What's up, guys? I figured I'd show off my big poster collection. I have a bunch of little ones, but right now I'm just going to show off the big ones that I have. First up is Cobra, 1986, one of the greatest action movies ever made. Stallone was originally chosen to write the script for Beverly Hills Cop, but he wanted a super action-packed film that with crazy action scenes and that would require an insane amount of money. So they told him to back off. He left quietly and he made Cobra, a kick-ass underrated film. He was coming off of the two biggest hits of his career with Rocky 4 and Rambo 2, an all-time masterpiece. Love Cobra to death. This would be my number 6 on my top 10 favorite action movies of all time. Just an epic. There's a work print out there with a lot more violence, a lot more to the montage. There's just a lot more stuff to the film, which I would love to see. I don't think we ever will. Too bad we never got a sequel to this. This poster is 27 by 40 inch size, I believe. Just an all-time epic. I love it. Die Hard, 1988 classic, a film which Stallone was approached to do, but he couldn't do it. He wanted to do it, but he never could. I think that he was about to start filming Rambo 3 around the same time that Die Hard was being made or it was going to be released. It's just a shame. If there was one role that I wish Sylvester Stallone, my favorite action hero, my favorite action icon, my favorite actor of all time could have done, it would be the role of John McClane. Die Hard, because I would have loved to see how he would have approached acting and making these films and how the direction that he would have taken with the character, how he would have delivered his lines, how Stallone would have approached it, because Stallone to me is the best action star and the best action actor. But I love Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is John McClane, and I love the character. I love the performance. I love Hans Gruber, one of my all-time favorite villains. I love the action. It's just a masterpiece, a kick-ass, badass film that if you're an action fan, you can't call yourself an action fan unless you're a fan of Die Hard. Die Hard would be my number 8 on my top 10 favorite action movies of all time. Just a fucking masterpiece. This is actually the biggest poster that I have. It is 30 by 43 inch. The original price of this is like what, $340. I got it on a 55% discount, which brought it down to 165 or so. Just a badass fucking poster, a badass fucking character. After John Rambo, you guys know me. I'm pro Rambo all the way through. After John Rambo, John McClane is my favorite character. The tagline up there says it all. 12 terrorists, 1 cop. The odds are against John McClane. That's just the way he likes it. Kick-ass film. Die Hard 2, all-time action epic as well. I love the fucking finale. The finale is actually one of the most underrated finales ever because no one talks about it. A fight scene on the side, on the wing of a side of a moving airplane while it's snowing, a mini fight scene, and then blowing up a bunch of bad guys after saying the most badass one-liner of all time, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, which is the most awesome and most badass time that he said it. When he delivered that line, this is the most badass time that he said it. The most badass delivery that he did. A great fucking villain. This movie actually made more money than Die Hard, which is pretty cool. Great action scenes, great direction by Rennie Harlan. Bruce Willis did an amazing job playing John McClane again. Just an all-time epic. This movie came out in 1991, I believe. Still a fucking masterpiece. I love this film to death. This film would be my number 10. On my top favorite action movies of all time. You want to talk about underrated sequels? Look no further than Die Hard 2. Speaking of which, check out my review for Die Hard 2. It's up on my channel. And boom, what do we have here? We got Predator. Predator, 1987. This is an all-time action epic. This is actually my favorite Arnold film. This film was made because of the success of Aliens and Alien, where it's a man going up against an alien or a group of commandos, a group of people, a team, an elite rescue squad going in there for a rescue mission, and they soon find out that they're not alone, that there's an alien, that there's a creature in the jungle. Awesome action set pieces, great practical effects, and amazing design by Stan Winston, who worked on the movie Aliens, which is a 1986 classic. It is my favorite action movie of all time. I just love Aliens to death. But Predator is an all-time epic on its own. It is just an amazing, it's its own film. It's not just a direct copy of Aliens. It has great actions, it has great one-liners. It's got great bits of humor. It's just a badass cast with Carl Weathers as Dylan, Bill Duke as Mac. You got Jesse Ventura as Blaine. You got Richard Chavez as Poncho. You got Sonny Landham as Billy, a badass motherfucker. You got what's his name? I forgot his name. Who plays Hawkins? Shane Black, the fucking asshole that fucked up the fourth Predator movie and gave us garbage and tarnished the legacy of the first film. I love the musical score composed by Alan Silvestri. I love the opening. It's just an iconic film. It is my favorite Arnold film because as a kid, the two films that I grew up watching the most when it comes to Arnold was Terminator 2 and Predator. And Predator is just an all-time epic. It made 98 million worldwide. It was a massive success, and this is a film that showcases that Arnold was a smart ass motherfucker when it comes to business, because he would pick scripts and roles that people wanted to see based off of the movies that were booming, that were extremely successful. For example, when Home Alone came out in the 90s, Arnold wanted to make his own Christmas movie, Jingle All the Way. Now, granted, Jingle All the Way might not have made blockbuster numbers, but it was still an awesome film, and that people loved it to this day. People loved Alien from 1979. And people loved 1986 Aliens, the all-time classic. He made Predator, a masterpiece. People loved RoboCop. He made Total Recall. He saw success that First Blood made, which was an action movie mixed in with drama. He decided to make Commando, which was all-out action. I still prefer First Blood over Commando. I still prefer Stallone over Arnold. Any day of the week, I still think that Stallone is the better action star. But not taking anything away from Arnold. I love Arnold. But Predator is just an all-time classic. 1987. It was a pain in the ass to shoot. The film was made in Mexico. And just an all-time epic. So yeah, guys, that would be my movie poster. My big movie poster collection. These are just films that speak to me. They are larger-than-life icons. The actors, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, and Sylvester Stallone. I'm missing a Van Damme poster. I plan on getting 2 more big posters, which is Hard Target, which is a 1993 classic, my favorite Van Damme film, and Aliens, which is my favorite action movie, my favorite horror movie, my favorite science fiction movie of all time. Nothing can top. That's the only thing that can top a Rambo film for me. For those of you guys that have been on my channel and have checked out my videos, you know how much I love the Rambo films. 1 through 4 are classics. Rambo 5 is underrated, and it's an awesome movie on its own. Is it as good as the first 4? No, but it is still an awesome movie and a worthy addition. So it is Predator, 1987, Die Hard 2, 1991, I believe. Die Hard, all-time fucking classic, masterpiece. Cobra, 1986, a badass motherfucking movie that I love to death. These are just action-packed masterpieces that beat the living shit out of John Wick. They beat the living shit out of Fast and Furious movies, which I love. Fast and Furious movies, which I love. And they beat the hell out of, they put this era of Hollywood, this era of movies, this era of action films to shame. All these movies. So I will update this video once I get my other posters, but I just wanted to show this off for you guys because I know that you guys were curious and I know that you guys would like it. So hope you guys enjoyed. What can I say? The best era of movies is gone. And this is just like, I'm just such a little kid having these posters because they mean the world to me as movies and as entertainment and just to look at. I mean, look at these things. These things are gorgeous. So yeah, just fucking epic. Long live the 80s and 90s, baby. Long live the 80s and 90s forever and ever. For true action fans. This is it.